Okay. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's
Let's
Unwind.
unwind.
And, first of all,
Welcome back.
first off, we want to start with thanking everyone for listening and tuning in to our very, very first episode last week. And thank you so much for all your support and your time. And just to give a little recap for those who didn't watch last week, we started off this podcast about how it's like being in your 20s. And I think our very first episode started off with feeling lost in your 20s, the uncertainty of what comes next, what to do if you don't know what to do, and also at the same time, what helps us feeling lost,
Nobody knows what to do.
Nobody knows what to do. Is this the right thing to do? We don't know. Nobody knows, right?
We were both out of our jobs. We decided to quit, and we were just feeling anxious and lost, and lost a sense of direction. And we were just talking one day, and we just thought, Audrey's motivational quotes might help a lot of people around the world, and that's why we started this podcast. And we just talked a lot about our feelings and how it might feel with how other people might feel in their 20s, and it's like having a structure to your day might make you feel better. And then we talked about a few resolutions at the end of the episode. What Audrey had to go to the gym every single day. Audrey, did you go to the gym every single day?
I did.
No.
To be fair, I did go to the gym, but I went on alternate days instead of every single day, like I said. Yeah. Also because my mom's back and, my mom's in town at the moment. She's in Spain with me. So I picked her up on the weekend and I spent a little of extra time with her.
My resolution was to work on a piece of content every day and wake up before 10. I woke up before 9 every day except for one day. That's why I was moving past it very quickly. But yeah, you girls tired too, but I did wake up and I did slightly work on a piece of content. So yeah, with that.
So that's good. At least, we did, fulfill our resolutions, even though it wasn't every day, or if it was, if it wasn't every day, at least we fulfilled it. And I think that wraps up the recap of our first episode. But talking about the first episode, to start off, thank you so much for even listening in and tuning in and, having the time to just listen to us. I personally, within all my friends and family, I received feedback that, what we talked about, especially when we started this podcast with the topics in mind, it's about what we feel in our 20s. A lot of people came to me saying that it's been a very relatable topic for them, at least the first episode about feeling lost. And I think this one will also be another relatable episode for everyone. Hell, a whole podcast will be relatable.
No, but I think you're right, Audrey. I think people who are in their 20s, we go through so much and so many transitions. We find a new job, we want to live in a new country. There's so much happening in our lives all the time, personally and professionally, that we just are little messes. And when someone is going through similar feelings and similar phases as you, just feel very comfortable and you just feel like you can relate to them. And yeah, we just feel 10,000 emotions a day. We feel insecure, happy, sad, upset, tired, lonely, lost all the time. And yeah, I think that's interestingly, that's one of the reasons why I started YouTube as well. I have been a very insecure person all my life. I was bullied for how I looked and my brown skin color when I came from a brown country. And I became more secure. I just wanted to start YouTube to put myself out there and do something for myself. And I just feel like it has helped me in so many ways because I have this one thing that I keep going back to. I think Audrey remembers even when I went through a breakup. I think it was sometime last year. I was feeling so lonely and so lost because it's a massive change in your lives, like leaving a job or coming out of a relationship. And you have this one thing that you do every single day which makes you happy and get distracted from how you're feeling that day. And I think for me that was YouTube. I used to record every single day no matter how I felt and edit at night and put it the next day. So I did post every alternate day for quite a long time, and that made me happy. And then I just quickly transitioned from feeling sad, upset, lonely, insecure to just feeling happy and fulfilled and just being around people that I loved. So I think it's
Yeah.
just so interesting to like find something you can go back to when you're feeling lonely. And I think it happens all of us, like not just coming out of a relationship, but just feeling lonely in general because we are all so busy, you know?
100%. I think like feeling lonely in your 20s, or I don't even think it's in your 20s. I think at any stage in your life, or when
100%.
you're, even if you're 16, 18, 20, 30, 40, I think everyone kind of goes through their own version of loneliness at that stage in their life, right? That's universal. I think that's a feeling that will always stay universal. And, I think it's especially hard. I mean, both of us, we both know we're both international, one students, and now we're both people living abroad, away from our home countries. And I think that's something that I realize, plays a pivotal role in how I feel, at least. I came to London with no friends. I didn't know a single person in London. And for my first year, I was basically a wallflower. Or at least I thought I was. Don't know what people think about me, but I thought I was a pretty much a wallflower. Yeah, and and even after university, I think that hits the most, especially because
Oh my God,
after
yeah.
university, everyone went home. Sometimes you find yourself in a place where you have to get out of your comfort zone and make new friends, because the ones that were with you in your previous stage in life are no longer with you, even though probably they're still your friends, but they're just not there geographically to be there presently with you.
I think especially when you come out of university, as you said, like I think everyone is so busy with their lives, and not even out of university, when you're working as well, everyone is working in their own timelines, have their own lives. Like my friends getting married in India, which is so crazy for me. People are just so busy with their own things that they don't have time to like go back to what they used to with your friends, like hang out, like go over like few drinks like every single day or every other day. And you do realize that you have to be okay with living alone, and you have to be okay with enjoying your own company. I think that's the most difficult transition you make in your adult life, because when you're like small or little, like you're with your family, you're around in that apartment, you're with your friends, you go to school, you go to uni, so you're surrounded by people all the time. But especially like now, like it's interesting when we work from home, like it's just us working in our home, and everything is through digital media, which makes us feel all the more alone. Like watching stories of people like going on trips and doing this, I think it's a lot of insecurity and a lot of like loneliness, and it's like very, very important to like know how to cope with it.
When I came back to Spain, for the circumstantial reason I am in Spain, I felt so lonely. When I first came to Spain to work last year as well, I came here with zero knowledge. Same thing as when I went to London. And you just got to put yourself out there and make new friends and dive into a complete different kind of culture, which I think it can get a bit intimidating.
Like it's so exhausting. Like I am in London, and I luckily like I know a lot of because I've been here 6 years. However, like you still want to like make use of the city that you live in. So you want to like go to networking events, or you want to like make new friends and like meet a lot more people and like expand your network. And I think recently, after like I am fun employed, or we are fun employed, I've just gotten to go to a lot more networking events and like meet a lot more people and like go to like parties I would never go to before, just to I can like meet people, so like just like make more friends. And it's just so exhausting to like start from scratch, right? Like what do you do, and how are you, and what's your story? And it just gets a bit much, and you're like, even when I'm surrounded by people, I feel lonely because they don't really know me, and it's all very surface level. And I want to go back to people who know me, or have like just like pretend, or even like just like start from scratch, and I can just be quiet with them but not feel lonely, and you can talk to someone and just still feel lonely. And it's just it's a balance, you just do not know how to navigate that.
Yeah, I think loneliness is something that unfortunately I had to go through quite a bit, because when I came to Spain, I didn't know anybody in the beginning. So when I was working in Spain as well last year, I was coming home all alone all the time, had no friends, didn't know how to make friends, because, majority of the locals here speak Spanish, and it's just hard. Like you said, it's exhausting meeting people, especially people with a different language barrier, just having to start from square one all over again. But, that said, sometimes I think it grows you as a person. Like having to go through that, it grows you as a person. It makes you do things out of your comfort zone, for example, like meeting new people, right, and introducing yourself to even more people. And I think that grows you as a person. But also at the same time, it forced me to grow comfortable with my own company.
100%.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what I think it's a balance of like wanting to meet people and like having that friend circle so you can have like a comfort group and like a support bubble, but it's also like being okay with being alone once in a while and enjoying that space sometimes, and like being alone at home and like cooking dinner and just like having like that's therapeutic. It's like lighting a candle, watching a Netflix movie, which can be what you want to watch as opposed to what everyone wants to watch with you, and just be happy, you know. And I think it's that's why I think I'm going to Dubai as well, to like come out of my comfort zone, because I think London's just gotten too comfortable. I don't feel the need to go out and meet people. I can enjoy my own company while meet my friends, and sometimes like that's scary to like stay at a place for a little longer than you would want to.
What do you usually do to you know, when you're in a stage of like when you're feeling lonely? Maybe you're sitting on the couch watching TV and all of a sudden you're like, oh, this loneliness hits you. What do you usually do?
I'm alone in my house. No, it does hit you very often. I think it, like now I've just gotten very comfortable, because I think now that I've got like after whatever happened last year, like I just had a new apartment, I had a new job, and I just had to start life again. And just like it was difficult, but then it just felt so comfortable just coming back to my house and cooking my own food and meeting people that I want to meet. However, like I do the stupidest things, Audrey, honestly, like it's just so stupid. If I feel lonely, and if I'm with you, right, for example, I'm not saying that I feel lonely when I'm with you. But for example, I feel that I will literally just post the randomest story on Instagram or like a post, and if people like that post or like they view that story, I just feel like I'm not alone. And that's just like a weird thing to do, but that just gives me some small sort of like comfort. Or I just surround myself with people that I know, or just like video call my mom, not say anything because I had nothing to say, but just like do something while I have her on call. Or I just Google stuff. Honestly, you can Google anything in this world. How to feel less lonely. The loneliest thing one can do.
But I think that makes sense, because since young, or like you've explained at the beginning of this video, social media and the internet and YouTube especially has been kind of like a comfort, like a safe haven for you. So it's very natural that you turn to social media and YouTube for kind of like a sense of company in a way.
That is so true. You've become my therapist. Like, that is so true. No, I think that's true. I think because YouTube helped me get over insecurity. And that was such a big part of me. And I just had to get over it to like basically do and grow as a human. And when YouTube helped me feel that insecurity phase, like it just like also helped me with loneliness when I most needed it. So it just feels like, that's my space where I can do whatever and just like feel good. And like there are people who are watching me, didn't hate me, like me, whatever, but at least they're watching me. And it just feels comfortable. But what do you do, Audrey? Like I know you go to the gym to like, get your mind off things. But what do you do when you feel lonely?
I mean, a lot of things really. I think I had to get a bit used to my own loneliness for a while, because at one point I was constantly moving from house to house in London, and then I came to Spain and I didn't really have a lot of friends here. So I think one of the things I do now to combat loneliness is I go to the gym. That's definitely a good outlet for me, as I've previously explained in the first episode. And then also at the same time, I love to go on walks.
You really do. She really does.
Like, love is not even a word that I should have. It's like more than that. Like, I'm obsessed with walks. When I feel lonely, I take a walk, especially now because I'm in Marbella at the moment and we have this really nice promenade that we can walk along.
We know. God, she sends me these beautiful pictures of the beach and I'm like, Audrey, can you stop? I'm in London. It is really cold and rainy and depressing and dark. And stop making me jealous, but it's gorgeous. Like the place is so beautiful.
It's just little things like, you see families, you see retirees, you see couples, and you just seeing them kind of gives me a sense of comfort. And like just when I walk, I love to observe people. Yeah, and it just seeing them gives me a sense of comfort. And like when I walk by myself, I just look at all these passerbys and observe, and I feel happy.
Honestly,
It
like if
sounds
I see
crazy,
other
but I
people
do.
enjoying, I'll be like, I miss my family, or I'll be like, I miss my friends. And like, I don't think that'll make me comfortable. Like, that'll make me more like anxious. I'm like, what am I really doing in this place? Why do I have to go home or something like that? Like, it's wild. Like, how different people have different things which makes them feel less lonely. Like, it can be so different from one person to another,
100%. I think everyone copes with loneliness very, very
Different.
differently. Yeah.
100%. I mean, honestly, like when I used to go to Halt, we used to go to Halt and we had like a pizza place. It's so weird, stupid story, but you could go and eat with friends, right? But like it was such a notion, like, oh my gosh, she's eating alone, like, oh my God. And sometimes like when
Really?
not at Hull, but like in my head,
Yeah.
because like it's just like I don't know, it's just like a mindset thing. And I used to like go to Pizza Union and like have my mom on the call, like do video calls. Like I did not feel like I'm alone, like I'm actually doing something. And I
Yeah.
think after a year, you're like so comfortable in your own skin and you really just want to go to the best restaurants by yourself if there's no one else. And now I
Yeah.
go to like the best places, eat alone without looking at my phones, enjoying the food, talking to people who I can just like say hi to if there is one.
Yeah.
And just like being happy. So I think it just like it's also like it's not something you're like born with. It's like confidence. You have to work on it.
I think I've read somewhere before that the greatest courage is to the ability to sit in the restaurant by yourself and eat a meal. I think
Honestly, and
yeah.
if you can't find people, I think Bumble BFF is a great way to find people as well. That was what I googled, and it's literally.
I met someone on Bumble BFF. That's the thing.
There you go. Hint. You can't even know that. No, it's true.
Yeah.
Like apps are such a great like today like it's 2023 guys, like it's such a great way to like meet people, like even like joining a class. If I like to like dance on Bollywood music, I'll just join a Bollywood class and like I will find someone who can relate to, because like we like the same things and that's like a point of bonding.
Yeah, I mean, like lessons, sports, whatever kind of lessons. I think it's like it's a common interest that allows you to bond with like other students in the class, and that's how you make new friends. 100%.
No, it's fine. I've met people on flights when they sat next to me. I've met people at networking events who became one of my really good friends. So you never know when you meet people. So it's just about like also leaving your house. I think that's the most difficult part that nobody does. I hate leaving my house too, but like just like leaving your house is such a great, which like, you never know. I met someone in the elevator, by the way, who lived in my building. And she had a shisha in her hand, Audrey, and then it was like 11 p.m. at night, and I was going up, and then I'm like, is that a shisha? It looks really cool. She's like, oh, thank you. You want to come along? Like, we're doing it like in the terrace right now. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, like I have my friends, I'll introduce you. I'm like, honestly, I have work, but like an hour is fine. And I just went upstairs and like we just like did shisha for like an hour, like dogged on the terrace, and we just had a good time. And then I'm meeting her tonight for shisha at my house.
I think that's the thing. I think you've got to be open-minded, and to meet new people, you've really got to be open-minded to do so. You can't go around like just looking at the floor, or when you make eye contact, you just immediately look away. Like, yeah.
So like people love compliments. I mean, honestly, not fake ones, like genuine ones, mostly.
Yeah.
But
Genuine ones. What kind of fake ones are you giving, Mallika?
I love how you're looking right now. No, but Audrey is looking happier today, but since her mom's in town, so
Oh,
we love
thank
that.
you. I mean, my mom has also really helped me with my loneliness in Spain. So she has helped me quite a bit with my loneliness here, and she's been cooking for me. It's not every day that you get your Singaporean mom to come and cook for you in Spain.
Cooking is such a love language. So I think we're like getting off topic right now, but cooking is such a love language for everyone.
It is.
Like, it just makes you feel happy. Like good food is like good mood.
Definitely. It's definitely one of my major love languages as well. Like I cook for the people I love. And I know you do that too, because you cook for me every time.
For me, Audrey, by the way. I have cooked for you. As you've never cooked for me.
Well, next time, one resolution is I'll cook for you. And talking about resolutions, what else our resolution this episode?
I think, honestly, I'll do a wild one. I'll make a new friend this week.
You make a new friend this week?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be.
I'll go to an event, like, or I'll just like, my friend I'm meeting tonight, like I'll be like, I don't know, I'll just like say yes to things I would not usually, and just like go out or like take a walk, like Audrey does, maybe like, like say hello to someone. But I'll make a new friend this week.
You know what you should do? You should do something that you don't like to do.
What do I do not like to do? A lot of things, Audrey. I'm such a difficult person to be with. What do you think I should do?
Take a walk and meet someone on a walk.
I can't force to like meet someone on a walk.
Well, you never know. You don't have to force yourself, but you know, compliment someone, eat at the restaurant alone, get a coffee, and you never know who you might bump into. You know,
Fine,
I think that's one of the
I'll do one of
best
those
ways.
things. I'll do one of those things.
Okay.
as well. I promise. What are you gonna do, by the way?
I'm going. It's a bit hard with my mom in town this week, but I'll try. Like you, I'll try to meet someone new, probably via Bumble BFF or
That's smart. I might do the same thing. Honestly, Bumble BFF is so much easier than taking a walk and meeting someone.
Don't copy my idea. Excuse me.
It's a team effort, okay? Collaborate with
Okay.
Bumble should sponsor us, honestly, but I love Bumble. It's a great. Anyway, guys, that's our resolution. We'll hold each other accountable for next week and see how we do and if we meet new people. But thank you so much for tuning in again. And if you've watched till the end, we really appreciate you and your time. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
And we'll see you next Thursday. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you for episode 3 as well.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye.